What's up? It's George the Fragrance Apprentice, and today we are going on a rocket trip because legitimately the thing that powers this must be rocket fuel. Me and Jacques Bogart have definitely had an up and down relationship. In fact, you know something? Most newbies have a very up and down and indecisive relationship with Jacques Bogart, because Jacques Bogart's fragrances are hellishly cheap, right? They are hellishly cheap fragrances and they are powerhouses. Now that is just what a young newbie in this whole game wants. They want a bang for buck, as the Americans say. They want something that is loud and will get noticed and will probably get people compliments potentially, and again, very cheap. So Jacques Bogart on paper sounds so enticing. So in a way I've sort of just answered the you know, would you like this kind of question that I usually pose, but let's go on with it anyway. Would you like this? You're probably a newbie. You probably want something that's extraordinarily strong, that's going to probably take people out because you can't yet appreciate subtlety in fragrances, or like me, you still have a childish obsession with super obnoxious loud fragrances. You want a replacement to 1 million. This is good for that, actually. This is a fantastic alternative, should I say, to 1 million. You're looking for a club scent that nobody has, and in general you're just a bit of a dick, really, and you just like filling rooms with fragrances. Then if all of that is applicable to you, then just blind buy it. Don't even watch what are you doing watching this review? This is literally a match made in heaven for you. Go for it. So Silver Scent came out in 2006, and that really fascinates me because this just does not look like a modern bottle by any stretch of the imagination. It always looks. Jacques Bogart is a company out of time. It is a company that really still thinks that it's the 1980s, but it's not, unfortunately. We all probably wish it was, but it's not. I'm personally more of a 1970s person. I'm talking rubbish, so you don't care. So yeah, I love the bottle. I love the font, actually. I love the text. I love all that because it just reminds me of the 80s. It just reminds me of like the kind of font that you'd see on, I don't know, a film trailer or something like that. It looks like, I don't know, it just looks as though it's like a promotional material for like the Terminator or something like that. But yeah, it's just so 80s, and I really greatly appreciate that. And it gives it a very unique selling point to the whole Jacques Bogart thing. I mean, this is it's a bit like Body Kuros and Body Kuros and all that kind of stuff. It kind of reminds me of that. If they'd released this at that period of time, it just would not have been out of fashion at all. So very unique, very interesting. Really amazing sprayer. Look at that. Whoa. I shouldn't have done that because the room is that's it. My room's done now. The house is done. Oh Jesus! Why did I do that? Oh. So I'm not even lying. If you hear sound, if you hear extra sound, it's because I've just had to open both the windows. No, I'm not playing around. No, it's not sort of you know, making it all fantastical stuff like that. That stuff is lethal. It's really, really deadly lethal, and it is so bloody loud. It's outrageous. But anyway, presentation, as far as I'm concerned, is great. I would give it. I'd actually give it a 9 out of 10. Very simple, very interesting, and a bit of a nice homage to the 1980s. Okay. I'm not doing the scent yet. I'm not doing it yet. It's so loud. It's so obnoxiously loud. We're gonna talk. I'm trying to put off. I'm gonna have to spray it on myself twice. That's gonna fill up the house. I'm not joking here. You do it. You. I mean, I can't. I mean, if I was when I worked in fragrance, and they gave me this to sell, and I'd just, like, traffic stop with this, I'd develop migraines. I would just develop I'm not spraying this yet. I'm going to try and I'm going to talk about the projection and longevity. It's terrible. Yeah, good 2 minutes it lasts on my skin. This is stupid. Projection and longevity. You know what I'm going to give it? You know what I'm going to give the rating out of it? I was thinking of putting it as like 11 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 or like something crazy like that. No, I'm just going to put the word dangerous. That's what I'm going to put for the projection and longevity and performance. This is dangerous. Hey friends, have you got somebody that is really, I mean, have you got somebody that you really want to piss off? Alright? Just buy this. I mean, it's so funny, isn't it? It's so funny. Everybody goes on about like, oh, Limel, vintage and 1 million. Like, aren't they so loud and aren't they so obnoxious and stuff like that? And like then people go on about Nasamato and like, oh, Black Afghano and Duro. They're so obnoxious and you know to fill up a room and stuff like that. Son, well, you are playing at it. Son, you don't know. You don't know shit. You think that your 30 quid fragrance from Nasamato is going to outdo this on any day. Any day. And this is, what is this, like 18 to 20 quid? This is the most dangerous, the most volatile, the most loudest grenade of a freaking fragrance. When you unleash this fragrance, you might as well be unleashing a certain like damnation upon all of the people around you. Now that's not to say that it's a bad scent. It's a good scent, but any scent that is this bloody loud and this insane, I mean, it's just not fair. I'm actually going to, I don't usually do sprays and wear or stuff like that. Just be a courteous human being and just put one on. Maybe even if you can like try and half it, just please do that, especially if you're around me. I'm getting a headache right now. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it. I know I'm gonna have to do it. Do I have a fan? Do I have a fan anywhere in this house? Oh, Jesus Christ. I haven't put it on my arm because I know already what it smells like. If I'd sprayed this on my arm an hour ago, I just don't think I just couldn't do it. I'm really sorry. I know what the dry down is. I'm near the window. I'll be alright. I think I'll be alright. If I faint, or if I just can't stand it, I will just... I mean, it's an alright... Okay. Whoops. Okay. So... Right, I don't even have to do it. I don't even have to do that. I can smell it from here. Bloody hell, I can't even, that's gonna mess you up. Right, so, okay. So, there's two stages to this fragrance, but realistically there's one stage. It's called the fuck you stage. I'm sorry. Look, there's two, there's two stages. The grape freshener blast. So, bam! Grape, absolute intense grape, but it's got a cardamom kind of rounding that gives it an almost kind of weird synthetic kind of smell, but it works. There's also, to my nose, tonka bean that comes up, and there is something in here that makes it smell very, I think it could be the cardamom, but there is something that gives it a freshener smell. I mean, a chemical air freshener kind of a smell. Okay. And it's good, it's fine. It could, I do enjoy it when I'm not being strangled to death by it. But some people could really be put off. I mean, some people could really be put off because it has a very intense synthetic air freshener smell, and people might be like, you know what, I don't want to put this on my skin. This smells more like something that I would have, you know, cleaned the windows with. It can have that. It can have a very adhesive kind of smell, like, you know, like window cleaner or whatever. It does have that vibe, but the grape is the thing that really can save it. Apparently there's neroli in here. I don't know if there is. If there is, it's drowned out by everything else that's going on. Okay, so from memory, it goes to the second stage, which I call the silver warming finish. Or no, the silver fruity finish, actually. Silver fruity finish. Because what happens is it becomes more metallic, and that's probably, I don't even know if it's down to the notes, I think it might just be the sort of manufacturing of the fragrance itself. And it becomes kind of metallic. But also there's like a genuine rich fruitiness that appears. This is after about the 5th or 6th hour, alright? The full duration of this, maybe there's a, you know something, I've never got past 2 days of this. Oh yes. 2 days. After 2 days it goes to a skin scent after the second day. So there could be a third stage to this, but I've just never braved it because after the second day I've had enough. I just want to wash and I just want to be left alone by Jacques Bogart silver scent. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if you really want to know the nitty gritty of this could go to 4, 5, maybe 6 days if you really wanted to do that. But if you did want to do that, I think you're a bit of a weirdo, to be honest. But yeah, it's hard going, it's intense, and sorry, could you just make a bit more noise? Yeah, so it's a long ride and quite hard going. The silver scent from the House of Bogart is definitely one of the most striking fragrances that you will ever smell in your life. It's just so obnoxiously loud and a bit of a feat of fragrance engineering in my own opinion. Like I said, it's just one of those fragrances that you have to smell to believe. It's completely taken up the room. I've had to try and just ventilate the room a bit because it's so intense and I'm getting a bit of a headache, and you know I'm used to fragrances that shouldn't really be giving me headaches, so I'd be careful with it. I mean it is quite amazing in that respect. I don't know if it is the strongest fragrance that I've ever smelled in my life flat out, but I don't know if it's the strongest fragrance that I'll ever smell out there because I've only ever smelled 2 Jacques Bogarts. And I think that they could really crazily, you know, make something even crazier than this, because that's what they're like. But yes, would I recommend this? If you're crazy enough, then yeah, I would. But I would not recommend this to people who just don't want the hassle. I can imagine that a lot of people could throw this out easily. I can imagine a lot of people actually getting headaches from this fragrance, so to those people who are sort of that way with that, I would not recommend it. But if you're crazy like me, and you want an insane, I mean, if you want a new clubbing fragrance and this is it, you're just going to completely destroy the club. 1 Million and Lamal won't stand a chance. Petit Fracas has trouble coping with this fragrance, but of course Petit Fracas is a lot better smell wise and everything like that. So I'd say overall this is an 8 out of 10 on the pure insanity of it all. Right then, so like always, I hope that I've given you enough information about this fragrance, and especially the information that you were looking for. Until next time, I'm the Fragrance Apprentice, and I'm out.